everyone, and welcome to The Ugly Truth About Money. I'm your host, Jeff Underwood, and this, my friends, is The Ugly Money Show, the internet's most passionate personal finance program covering the economy, mortgage, real estate, and much, much more. First, I want to talk about shadow inventory today, and then later on in this video, I'm going to talk about the tax credit. The reason I want to do this is because so many people are saying, well, experts are telling me that there is no shadow inventory, or there are some experts that say there's a ton of shadow inventory. So first and foremost, let's define what shadow inventory is. Technically, it would be homes that have been foreclosed on by the banks that are not yet listed. So the banks have taken ownership of these homes, taken them back, repossessed them, but they're not on the market yet. That would be technically a definition of shadow inventory. However, there's others that think that shadow inventory, by definition, should be homes in foreclosure and also delinquent mortgages where foreclosure is very likely. And then there's a third one that some people think is shadow inventory, where homes that are in foreclosure or in the foreclosure process, short sales and REOs that are not yet listed in the market, and all houses that are currently delinquent, and I would put a 90-day plus delinquency on that. I tend to side with the inventory anyway is going to be completely dependent on number 3, which is homes that are in foreclosure process, short sale and REOs that are not listed yet on the market, and all houses that are at least 90 days delinquent. I tend to side with that as far as my definition of shadow inventory, or if we just want to call it delinquent inventory. But that's what I think about shadow inventory. I want to get into some statistics though as well, and I'm going to show you some graphs here in a minute. Standard & Poor's says that the current shadow inventory could take up to 33 months or almost 3 years to clear out at the current rate of liquidation. Also, First American CoreLogic estimates that there's approximately 1.7 million homes in the shadow inventory, and from what I can see so far based on Standard & Poor's numbers is that they most likely got that information from CoreLogic. Also, the Royal Bank of Scotland estimates shadow inventory closer to 2.7 million homes. And here's the one that you need to hold on to your hat about, because Amherst Securities estimates that number of shadow inventory is between 5 to 7 million homes. Hopefully they're not correct, but I do tend to side with a higher number versus just the 1.7 million, because I think there's a lot of delinquency happening right now. A lot of people are really trying to figure out what to do at this point in time with their house. Okay, here are some of the graphs I wanted to share with you real quick. This one was provided by Lender Processing Services, LPS, and CDPE. This one shows number of loans not in foreclosure as a percentage of loans with 6, 12, 18, or 24 months worth of missed payments. And you'll see the green is 08, blue's 09, and January 2010 is in red, and that's the most recent numbers we have. Well, here we go. No payments made for the last 24 months. 13.7% of those loans have not started in the foreclosure process. For mortgages with payments not made for the last 18 months, 17.8% have not started the process. No payments made for the last 12 months, 22.8% have not started the process. And here we go, no payments made for the last 6 months. 31.5% of those loans have not been started in the foreclosure process. So some scary numbers here. Also want to show you this one here, shadow inventory. This is from First American CoreLogic. The red down here are the REO numbers, and then this blue is a number for 90-day delinquencies. And you can see it's grown all the way through the end of 09. And then let's look at Fannie Mae. Here's Fannie Mae's chart for serious delinquencies. And you can see 08, 09 going into 2010 skyrocketed. I have a feeling it's going to be the same on the Freddie Mac side, and it is. And again, this is why it's so very important that homeowners work with a real estate professional who tracks the market and who can give them the best advice going forward. Okay, since we've covered shadow inventory, let's talk a little bit about tax credit extension. Let me be very clear right up front. There really is not a tax credit extension at the time of this video. It's not a true extension. It's just something that's hit the market now that realtors are advertising. So let me share this with you. CNBC's Diana Olick reports on her blog Realty Check. The headline from Coldwell Banker reads like this: Coldwell Banker extends benefits of home buyer tax credit with buyer bonus sales event. So again, let's be very clear. This is a sales promotion. It has nothing to do with the actual extension of a tax credit. So I want to talk about what they're doing. They're getting the sellers of the home to agree up front that they will give back $8,000 to the buyer. However, we all know that you really can't give back cash to the buyer, but they can do some different things, right? They can lower the price of the home. They can cover closing costs. They're just using this as a sales tool to get people to come to them. Also wanted to say, I actually contacted a realtor that I found in another article, and she's in a different state than Arizona, but she did say that they're using something similar to get the phones to ring. It's not really a refund necessarily. It is either dropping the price or paying some of the closing costs, or a combination of those two things to give back the $8,000. But they are using it as an advertising tool. So realtors out there, think about that when you're looking at your advertising on your next listing. One of the things that Coldwell Banker says that they're going to do is they're going to add for the sellers that want to participate in this program. They're going to advertise more on TV through some ads. They're also going to be mentioned on Facebook and Twitter. Also, real estate professionals, I wanted you to know I put a link in the actual post on theuglytruthaboutmoney.com under the shadow inventory post that will take you to a story that was shared on CNBC that guest appearance was Robert Shiller from the Case-Shiller Home Index, and the title of it is U.S. Home Prices Could Hit a New Low. Thanks everybody for watching this video. I truly appreciate you taking the time out to do so. Please forward this to your friends and family. You can also share through Twitter and Facebook. Actually, if you go to the post on theuglytruthaboutmoney.com, there's a retweet button and a share on Facebook and a buzz this right there next to the actual post itself. So please forward it out to others so that they can get the same information. And real estate professionals, be on the lookout. I have a new class that's going to be coming up on May 19th that's going to be focused on video marketing and social media together. It's going to be a great time, so make sure to watch for that coming out in the very near future. Take care, and I'll talk to you real soon.